This is homework for Wednesday, January 20th, for those of you that have the graphing practice homework. So your first thing you needed to do was graph the table I gave you that were months and items sold. I made this one a little tricky because I didn't count by a perfect amount on both sides, because I wanted to make sure that you guys were able to label your axes correctly by counting by an equal amount. So I didn't have as much room as you guys, but on my x-axis for months, make sure it's labeled months, I counted by ones but labeled by twos. So this is technically 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And now for my y-axis, I decided to count by 5s, but I labeled by 10s. You guys, if you did that, should have been able to go all the way up to about 90 something. But I can only make it to 70. So I'm counting 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. So when I go to plot my points at 0, 45, and then at 2, up to 49, and then it skips to at 5 to 55, and up. Okay, so make sure you have all of these parts, that you labeled your axes, items sold in months, that you have your axes in the right place. This is X, this is Y. That your numbers are numbered correctly, and that if you wanted to skip a line, you skipped a line first and then started labeling. Skip a line first, then start labeling. That you're going up by a constant rate. Here I'm going up by 2s, here I'm going up by 10s, and that your points are plotted correctly with a line through them. Okay, now to find the equation from 2 points. This is like we practice on Desmos, where you need to take your 2 points and write them as a table. So here's my 2 points, and I'm going to make a table out of them, and then I add in my carets. So from -2 to -4 is going down 2, and then from -2 to 2 is going up 4. Now I always take my rise divided by my run. So -2 is the rise, 4 is the run, so go -2 divided by 4, and I can leave it that way, or I can simplify it. That's the same as 1/2. And I know it's negative because if I look at my line from left to right, it is falling. See, woo, falling. Okay, so I have my slope. This is my slope. Now all I need is my y-intercept, which I can look at my graph for that, where my line, this black line, is crossing the y-axis, this is y, is right here at -3. So I can write my equation, y equals -1/2 x minus 3. We don't need to say plus -3, just -3. Okay, your message for today is I'm going to start prepping you guys for vocab, since you guys are getting so many words. I want you on your paper to tell me what zealous means. That's one of your vocab words from this trimester. What does zealous mean? Okay, see you tomorrow.